What's up, guys? Thank you so much for watching my video. My name is Rox. I'm doing a Battlefield 4 review. Is it worth it? And I'm going to be covering the current gen Xbox 360 version. That's the version that I played. But I'm also going to be referring to the Xbox One and possibly the PS4 if you guys are planning on getting that one. But I want to talk about the main core of the game. Is it a fun game? Is it worth it? One of the main questions that I was hearing was, is it going to be the same of the same? You know, is it pretty much Battlefield 3.0? Is it the same game? And for the most part, yes, it is. It's the same game. But Battlefield has made some improvements on Battlefield 4, which I really like, and I want to talk about those things because I think it's very important that even though you get the same game, the experience has gotten a lot better, especially when I was playing it, and there were things that I really liked, and those are the things I'm going to be pointing out, and also the things and problems that I kind of noticed while I was playing the game. But again, you guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and let's get started. So let me get the single player out of the way. Single player is actually, it's okay. It's nothing big, nothing special, but visually, it's one of the best graphics that I've seen as far as combat goes. It looks gorgeous when things blow up, when you're in certain dark areas, or the environments, the textures. I mean, it almost looks like you're actually looking at the real thing instead of a game, almost like a simulation. The storyline, you kind of really don't care about it so much. The characters, I couldn't relate to them, and during the combat, I kind of found myself just wanted to get through the area in order to see what was over on the next one. It's pretty short, but you know, in the end, it's just a single player. It's not where you're going to be spending most of your time. But I just wanted to let you know that the single player, it's okay. When you play it, you'll find things that you like and things that you not, you know. But whatever, it's nothing really special other than it just looks really pretty when you play it. Now the multiplayer, now this is where the game really shines at its best. Because let me tell you, it is one of the best games as far as combat goes that exist. Far better and superior than the Call of Duty games. But you know, I don't want to trash Call of Duty because I like the game, I like the series. I still play them. You know, I'd be a hypocrite if I told you that I didn't, because it's still a good game. But Battlefield and Call of Duty are two separate games. They're for two separate types of players. If you want that instant gratification of constantly being rewarded after kill, like if you kill, I'm talking about the kill streaks. When you kill 3 people in Call of Duty, you get rewarded. You kill a few more, you get another reward. Kill a few more after that, you get another reward. You know, if you're that type of gamer where you want just a fast-paced game where you're constantly being rewarded, then Call of Duty is your game. Battlefield is for a specific type of gamer where they actually want to work together with a squad, a team, and you have one goal, and that goal is to win. You don't get rewards. The only reward that you actually get is if you win the game at the end, and you get that sense of, wow, I did pretty good as far as the kill-death ratio, but you know what? My team did such an awesome job, and you feel really good when you come up and you win the game. The only thing you really get at the end is that you get to level up or rank up, or you have unlocked attachments to your weapon. But that's pretty much it. So I understand that there are some people who prefer Call of Duty over Battlefield, but I think Battlefield in the end is a far more determined combat game than Call of Duty is. Call of Duty seems more arcade to me than Battlefield because it just is. It is what it is. One of the best things about the Battlefield series is that they have these enormous maps, these giant landscapes, and they can vary from different things too. You know what's funny is that these settings could be repeated throughout the series, but they always manage to keep the areas interesting and fun to play at too. And these range from different settings as well, and locations like mountain ranges, desert areas, huge open fields, or cities that are submerged under the water. And this one, you can also go underneath the water this time also. You can't shoot, you can't use your weapons underwater, but you can submerge yourself. So if some boat is coming, an enemy boat, and you want to get away from them, you can submerge yourself underwater for only a small amount of time, because they added that you can breathe, and if you stay down there too long, you'll drown. But other than that, it's actually, the maps are good. They're good. They're good. These people never fail on giving us great multiplayer maps. They're huge, they're big, and you can take advantage of using also vehicles, land vehicles, water vehicles, and the aircraft, from jets to helicopters, tanks, and quads. And I haven't seen any motorcycles. They might bring those later on, I don't know. But other than that, yeah, the multiplayer is, the maps are very well designed, and they're fun to look at and fun to play. So in Battlefield 4, they actually improved the weapon handling. The accuracy has gotten a lot better. If you actually attach a scope to your weapon, it actually improves your accuracy as well. I know in Battlefield 3, at least it was my experience, that if I added a scope with magnification on it, the kick on the gun would sometimes make it worse. So instead of improving my shot when I added the scope in Battlefield 3, it would cripple it. And sometimes I would just rather use a red dot or use no scope at all and just go with the hard iron, so I could get better distant kills. You know, if somebody was far away, I could better keep the gun steady as I was shooting at them, because if I scoped in, you could see the kick all over the place. And I always felt that instead of improving the accuracy, it made it worse. Another thing that I liked on the improvement was the actual water vehicles. In Battlefield 3, if you played the game, the best we got was a raft with the gun turret attached to it. And the accuracy on that was kind of like and you hardly ever really had a reason to use those things. But in Battlefield 4, some of the maps are designed to where you can actually take advantage of these vehicles, and there have been improvements on the boats themselves. They actually have shields, you can shoot rockets from them, you can shoot, the gun turret has improved a lot. And what I like about it is that you can finally, like I said, you can finally have a reason to use them, because there are maps in the game where it requires that you be in a water vehicle. And it also adds to the action, having helicopters flying around and also land vehicles trying to get to an objective. While now you can actually assist people from being in the sea and shooting at the inland. And I feel it adds to the action, and I'm really glad that they gave maps, or they designed them so that we can finally take advantage of every vehicle that the game has to offer. And speaking of the vehicles, now they have a training mode, something that Battlefield 3 needed desperately. For instance, in Battlefield 3, when I first started playing the game, I could not fly the helicopters. I didn't know how to fly the jets, but the helicopters were the biggest problem for me. And there was no way for you to train. The way you flew the helicopters in the campaign was not the same way, the same controls that they had in the multiplayer. But unfortunately, if you wanted to get practice with those aircraft, you had to practice during the gameplays, and sometimes that would be a disadvantage, because if another player was better than you and you were trying to figure out the controls, they would just come around and shoot you out of the sky without giving you really any practice, or even sometimes even lifting off the ground. But thank God in Battlefield 4 they actually have a training mode where there's this island that you can pick from the menu, and once you get in there, you can try out all the different vehicles. You can even practice with the weapon loadout that you want to customize for yourself. You can run around this island and just shoot at these targets. There's no real people around. You just have this entire island to yourself. All the vehicles you can take advantage and use them yourself. And there's also moving targets. You have jets flying around that if you want to practice how to use the helicopter and the stuff that you've unlocked, just go in there into the training mode and just start shooting the crap out of these things. And it is something that I thought it was very essential that Battlefield 3 needed. And I'm so glad that they actually added that feature in Battlefield 4. Now the game is not perfect, it does have its glitches and a few bugs. I've encountered a few things where sometimes textures would be missing, or bugs where vehicles would get stuck on the ground and it would make this bouncing motion. Sometimes stuff will materialize in front of me, like plants and trees, and I wonder if it's just because I'm on a current gen console. I don't know if the next gen consoles are going to be experiencing that sort of thing, but it was just kind of weird that if I was driving in an open field and there was nothing around me, but the closer I got to, as I moved forward, things would just kind of pop out of the ground like if they were magically growing really fast. I also have to mention that a few times when I was trying to load into a multiplayer game, the game would freeze in the loading, and it would force me to restart my Xbox 360. And I don't know if it was just my copy or if this is actually a problem that EA needs to patch up. But I hope they do, because it did happen to me a few times and it really did bug me. Alright, so we're at the big question. Is Battlefield 4 worth it? Well, with better weapon handling and accuracy, better vehicles, gorgeous environments, and also better multiplayer map designs, then yes, Battlefield 4 is a worth title of spending $60 on. But I hold my reservations, because I want to tell you guys too that if we're going to be upgrading to the Xbox One, the next gen consoles, and the PS4, hold off until those systems come out, because I think having the 30 plus players, making it a total of 60 plus players in the multiplayer, is going to better enhance your experience in playing the game. Now, as far as the current gen consoles, the 360 and the PS3, if you're not going to be able to upgrade, it's still a worthy title. But be warned that during my experience, I couldn't help but sometimes think that maybe having more players during my gameplay might be a lot more better. But again, either way, Battlefield 4 is a great game, and I totally suggested that you guys pick it up, especially if you're already a fan and you're holding off until the Xbox One comes out. I totally say pick this game up. You're really going to have fun with it. Well, we're at the end of this review. But if you guys like what you see, don't forget to support this channel by sharing the video with other people, letting them know that I'm putting out this awesome videos that you guys found interesting and informative. Don't forget to like the video as well. Subscribe if you guys want to check out the other stuff as well. I put out Let's Plays, mostly on selective games. I don't do all the games, because that would just be dumb. I know there are some people out there who are they're hell-bent on doing a Let's Play on every game. I only do it on the stuff that I like. Hopefully it's something that you guys enjoy. So hit the subscribe button. You'll never know what I'll put up next that you might like. So again, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. My name is Rox, and I'll see you guys next time.